One. Whew. All right, guys, we're back. Back to the YouTube channel. Back to talking about my personal routines and the high intensity interval bodybuilding routine that has become so hot and has become my own signature style of working out. So if you've been training as long as I have, you've probably hit a plateau in your training. Hell, you've probably hit 2 or 3, or like me, I've probably hit 10s, 20s, 30s of them, you know, tons of them. So what I like to do whenever I hit a plateau is I like to completely change my training to a completely different stimulus. So what I like about the high intensity interval bodybuilding is I get the feeling that I get from CrossFit, which is the super high intense intervals, which is also similar to HIIT training, high intensity interval training. But I take out a lot of the movements that kind of put some jarring on my body. I have some bad knees and some bad joints and stuff. So a lot of the snatches, a lot of the cleans, like in high reps, I cut out. I don't really do box jumps or running, so I'm gonna be in the gym pretty much every time that I work out, which means instead of running, I'm gonna be on the rower, I'll be on the ski machine, I have the bikes in the gym that I use. So one of those things instead of going outside and running. Puts a lot less impact on my knees, and it gets us a little bit closer to that term that I've come up with, high intensity interval bodybuilding. Some past videos, some of you guys have brought up some conversation about, well, you're just doing CrossFit, or you're just doing this, you're just doing that. Well, if you look at the way that I'm doing it and how I'm doing it, it actually is quite a bit different. So I'm trying to accumulate a ton of volume with heavy weights, not always for time, but always in a format that is giving me a ton of weight lifted in a very short period of time, and I'm using heavier weights than most people would with better form. For today's workout, I am gonna be getting into a hundreds program that will be coming out soon. It's gonna be another interval bodybuilding book that I'm gonna have, and everything's gonna be based around the 100 rep mark. So for this particular workout, we're gonna be doing 100 bench press. Every time that I personally have to break and take a rest, so if I get to like 10 reps, for instance, and I cut it, I have to do 10 calories on the on the rower. So I'll probably get about 10 reps. I'll do 10 calories. That'll happen for 3 or 4 rounds, and I'll probably cut it down and start getting like sets of 5. I might even get sets of 3. I'm gonna start getting really, really tired. But what that's gonna do is it's gonna raise my heart rate way higher than if I was just sitting in a gym, lifting a few reps, and then sitting down like this and just waiting for my next exercise or my next set. A lot of people are doing 5 sets of 5 in the gym. It's taking them 30 minutes to do 5 sets of 5. 5 sets of 5, you did 25 reps in 30 minutes. I am gonna do 100 reps and probably 100 calories of cardio, and I'm gonna do it in less than the amount of time it takes you to do 5 by 5 in a regular gym. So I have a higher heart rate, I'm burning more calories, I'm getting a lot more reps in a short period of time, so I'm building muscle, and I'm also burning fat while I'm doing it. So you can argue that all day long if you like, but that is the science of it, that is the premise of it, and I'm a living example of the fact that this shit works. So let's get into this thing. You guys are about to see a really cool workout, you're about to see me get after it, and you're about to see why so many people love this style of training, because you're getting so much work done in such a short period of time. YouTube world, this is Herky Garcia. Herky works at Chalk, as you can see. Sexual young man right here. I have fished him in. You like that word, fish? I fished him in to do this workout with me. So you guys are gonna see real world, real people. Just getting after it. Bro, you're fucking jacked. That's gonna get nasty. So, that took like exactly 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, I did 100 bench press, and I did 130 calories on the row, which means it took me 13 sets to get my workout in. I don't know how many of you out there do heavy lifting and conditioning together. It's very, very rare. But I mean, you're getting such a good workout and you're doing so much more in such a short period of time. I love it. And like whenever I feel like I have a plateau, I'll personally slow down a little bit, but I get less plateaus if the majority of my training is interval training. Because I'm not training as long. Like when I do a slower version of training, like what people are doing in 24-hour fitness and golds and stuff like that, you're in there for like 2 hours before you feel like you've gotten enough in to where you can leave. A lot of times I'll be in here for like 30 to 40 minutes and be like super happy with what I've done. And I have really, really good results from just working out in a very short period of time. One thing I would like to highlight is the fact that I wasn't really sacrificing form. A lot of stuff that has to do with CrossFit, people will start doing reps even when they get tired and when their form starts to break. When I'm doing my stuff, my interval bodybuilding stuff, I make sure that all of my points of contact are there. I make sure that I'm doing everything right. And I make sure that I'm doing the best for my body that I possibly can. So this is one part of the workout. I'll do a few accessory things still, but that'll be the majority of it. And that will be by far the hardest part, will be the first part that I do for the day. So today's a chest day, obviously. So we've got that 100 reps in there. So I'll do some accessory stuff now with incline, do some flies, and maybe some push-ups and stuff like that. But everything that I do now will complement the bench part, the chest part. And for me today, sometimes that could be all I do. And I'll get great results from just that alone. So, hope you guys like the workout. Hope you guys like the style of it. If you don't happen to have a rower, you can use a ski machine. If you don't have either one of those, you can use a bike. If you don't have any one of those, you can just hop on an elliptical or whatever piece of cardio you guys have in your gym. Sometimes they have spin bikes. Just give yourself a time limit, like 30 seconds hard effort. It's totally fine. And it's doable. You can do it with just about anything. Even if you don't have any cardio at all, you have a jump rope, that's totally fine. Every time you get off the bench, give me 30 double unders. If you can't do double unders, 30 seconds of singles, that works just fine. There's never an excuse that you can't do the workout. There's always a way to sub it out. And if you're trying to sub out something that's cardio related, then sub it with something else that is cardio related. Don't make up something weird or do something that doesn't make sense. Anything cardio related works just fine. And 10 calories is pretty equivalent to about 30 seconds of work. So that's what you're working with for that. Yeah, hope you guys liked it. Another great workout, another way to burn fat, build muscle in a short period of time. That's what we're all looking for. More time in the day, do cool shit. Get out of the gym. That was sick, right? It's a fun workout.
Dude, and it's cool because like the last, you can bust out whatever, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's like every time, the last 1 or 2, and you're like, ooh, and then you recover kind of. And
yeah.
You recover, but you're also like not stopping your work.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. People don't, like, fuck.
It's just such a rad way to get so much work done.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
Then when people fuck up, it's like, oh, I want to be on my phone for 20 minutes, or oh, I want to, you know, scroll for, and you can legit be out of here in 20 minutes.
Yeah. A big thing that people do wrong nowadays is they don't really pay attention to the clock. I don't necessarily need every workout for you to do. I don't need every workout that you do to be against the clock. But to be aware of your time is like huge. Like a lot of times, a lot of you out there might have a 4 or 5 minute rest break and not even know. And when you break like the 2-minute mark, there's a lot of things physiologically going on in your body that are like, you've lost a pretty good part of your stimulus. Like I know this is like TMI, but like if you ever go to the bathroom like in the middle of your workout, when you come out, it's not the same. Like you feel totally different. You feel like you've rested too long or something like that. Or if you're in 24-hour fitness or golds and you lose one of your machines and you're sitting there waiting for a new one, by the time you get there, it's just such a totally different feeling on your body. So whether you're doing something for 100 reps per time or you're in between sets on your own strength programming, it's very, very important to look at the time and make sure and see where you're at. But to add to this workout, like it's just crazy for me to wrap my head around the fact that I did 100 reps. So 100 times 185, lifting, I want to say that's 18,500 pounds or it's 185,000 pounds, one of the two. You're lifting all that weight in such a short period of time. I mean, your muscles really have no choice but to grow and to acclimate to the new workload that's been given to it. And that's how you get bigger muscles, is you add more and more volume to your workload. That's how you get bigger muscles. It doesn't matter if you do 5x5 or if you do 50 reps in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? You're still getting the same training stimulus. So when you guys watch these bodybuilding videos of all your favorite lifters, you don't really ever see any of them doing the same routine. You see them doing like huge burnout sets. You see them doing some very obscure routine that's like very, very different, but they're supersetting it with all these different things. Superset, burnout sets, all of that equals volume. Equals that same word, volume, right? I'm making a V. And what I just did in my 20 minutes is the same thing. I'm accumulating volume. So it doesn't matter how you do it. It just matters that the way that you do it, you enjoy it, you have fun with it, and it sounds exciting for you every single time you work out. If it's not exciting, you're not gonna like it. It's just like everything else that we do. So I'm here to get you guys excited about your workout, and that's what I'm here for, and that's why I want to be here, and that's why I want to crush this channel.
The one who should be